Hi friend, welcome or welcome back if you are new to the channel. Today we're going to do a final flip of my hobonichi cousin from 2025. She got thick and I did not do anything with my last 2 months of the daily planning. I have a couple of things in there, but they're just going to sit in there. I'm not going to stick them in or anything. She's done, so we're not doing anything else in it. Let's get that out of there. I can use that, my other ones. So I just stuck a bunch of stickers on there. I have no idea where this came from. I honestly want to say it was Shine Sticker Studio. And then these were just some stickers I had in my collection. Stuck some stickers over here. This is a local casino that we have. This is our apiary that we have here on our property. We got some honey from our bees this past year. We got a spring harvest and a fall harvest, and it is delicious. I got some anxiety stickers here. I must have got like a kit or something. I just tracked my birth dates and then my weight loss throughout. Well, I ended up stopping that in July. I could finish putting it in there because I have it tracked somewhere else. I did track this, but I did not have it here. Actually, I had it in September and then March and April. That was it. Yeah, good times. So with January, I had decided that I was going to put all these stickers here, and then I decided I did not like it. So it didn't happen again. And then when we got to February, I was doing like my countdown to our trip in March that I had won through my company, and I hated the stickers being there. So I took them all off, and I actually ended up putting them on in the week. So I just stuck some pictures of me and my husband in here from our trip. And then this week we were down in Cancun, which was an awesome trip. I was stoked when I found out I had won that trip. Those are the best kind of trips. I didn't really do too much on my monthly here. We had Cinco de Mayo, which is also one of my niece's birthdays. Some of the pictures in here I am going to have to cover up. But yeah, we didn't do too much planning in here. These are my babies, my grandbabies. They're just too cute. I think this was the first time that I took them together. So they tricked me. They were good. And then they tricked me. This was when we went to Tennessee for our 10-year anniversary. Oh my God, we had a blast. We had such a good time there. We would love to move down there, but we don't foresee that happening. Yeah, I didn't do too much planning throughout the months. I just did it in the weeks. I started off strong here, but then nothing else. So let's get into the weeks. January. I did eventually start putting these, like the name of the kit that I use a little bit further into my weeks, but I should have did that at the beginning. I want to say this is Coco Studio, but I can't quite remember. And I think I just used it throughout the month of January. Yeah. Because eventually I think I got into just random weekly plans for this. Yeah, I want to say that's a Coco Studios. Looks like it. And this is where I started taking those stickers off from the monthly and putting them here on the daily. And I ended up having to actually tape them down because the sticky like wore off. It was just nasty. We had my birthday. We had some nasty cold weather, -5, 0. Those probably weren't the real feels, because with our real feels, we get some crappy weather up here. And then this is more of the Coco Studios. I want to say that's what this is. Can't quite remember. Then we had my daughter's 22nd birthday. Yeah, she was born 2 days after my birthday. She was supposed to be born on my birthday, but yeah, she didn't come out on my birthday. We had Valentine's Day. And then this week we have my Asher man's birthday. We're down to 8 days before our trip. It was nice. I started using some like beachy themed. This one was just a standalone kit. I do remember that. And then here we are. We got into Cancun. We left on the 3rd, and I wrote everything that we did. It was gorgeous down there. It was between 90 and I think, what day did we leave? What day did we come home? So Monday it was 91 down there. And the lowest that it got was 66 at night. And it was sunny the whole time we were down there. Pool days. We actually got, like, on Thursday we got a private concert from Lone Star. That was awesome. We had, like, the night we got in, we had a welcome dinner. There was probably like 500 sellers there. And then we had like the farewell dinner. We had the concert. And then like we kind of just got to do our own thing throughout. But we didn't leave the property or anything, but they had like 5 different resorts that you could go to. We stayed at they had us stay at the adult only place, which was nice. We hung out at the pool, down at the beach a lot. And then on our way home, we got stuck in Atlanta. That was such a nightmare, that trip home. And then we finally got home on the 9th. We were supposed to be home on the 8th, but we finally got it. And now I'm actually in the running for the trip of 2027. So I am definitely trying to win that trip. And it'll be around the same time at the beginning of March in 2027. This is another standalone kit. I almost want to say, nope, that's not the kit. I think, let me see. I started putting them in here, and I can figure out whose kit they are because they're the same ones as these back here. I got some Hubman and Chubgirl back here too. I don't think it's the Ella Rose. It could be the Busy Bee plans. That's what I want to say these are. It's the Busy Bee plans. And they come with loads and loads of stickers for your plans. We had the lunar eclipse that night, which was between 3:57 a.m. and 8:47 a.m. I did not see it. I was not staying up that late. And then we got into, this is the week of St. Patrick's Day. So I definitely had to use some green. This is an, what do you want to call her? Oh my God, I just said her name. Eliza Plans. Is that what it's called? Or Eliza Roswell stickers. So that's one of her plans, or her kits. And she has tons of stickers in her kits as well. I will try to link all of the Etsy shops below as well. I'll try to remember that. You know what? Maybe I should just write it down because I probably will forget. Who do we got? Who do we got? Eliza. Make sure I spell her name right. Well, where did she go? I just had her name right here. Right here. Ravel. I don't know why I want to call her the other name. Roswell, I want to call her. And then Coco Studios. Hold on, let me go close my door. So, I'm wondering if I put in like earbuds, if it would minimize the noise. Like you wouldn't hear my husband when he's gaming. Coco Studios. But I love how much stickers are in here. But I am not using a Hobonichi Cousin this year, so I did not purchase any of them for this year. Oh, I love this kit because I'm such a crime junkie. I love everything to do with any of the podcasts. I watch them. I watch the videos. I don't know. I just get so engrossed in it that I listen to the podcast every day on my way to work too. This week I was listening to Seriously with Annie Elise. I love her podcast. And then I also listen to Crime Junkie. I've been listening to them for years now. I did not write down whose kit this was. What did we have? I got my Happy Meal from, the Traveler's Company. I think it was the Love and Trip that I had got. Did some recording this week. I think this is the day. Yep. This was the first day that I started my YouTube channel. So that was cool. I think I was only doing like one post a week at this time. Kind of like getting into the groove of things. I had done one in 2024. I've done, this is the second year I did Hobonichi Cousin, I think. Yeah. And then I also did a Hobonichi Weeks as well. And then we had Easter. And I love these colors. Very pretty. Oh, this one was cute too. I love this. This one was pretty. Had a huge migraine. It was like a stage 10 clinger. That was so not fun. Still had migraine here. This one was another Eliza Ravel. Geez, if I could get her name right. I think this was another one of her kits because I'm pretty sure it was because she has the bows in hers. And then we had my neighbor's daughter's birthdays this weekend. Did a lot of work in my Cancun album. Still working on that. Yeah, I think I was only uploading once a week at this point. Kind of like getting the gist of it and feeling out what everybody was interested in and things like that. I was doing flip-throughs of my travel books. These are very pretty. I love butterflies. Me and my sister have matching butterfly tattoos. And then we also have another one on the back of our necks, but that's not a butterfly. It's an infinity sign. And then this was just stickers that I used from one of my Happy Planners sticker books. We had Father's Day. This was a Eliza kit. I think I just like kind of pulled some stickers from every which way and used those for this week. Pulled a bunch of bows, kind of like a hodgepodge of stickers that kind of melded together. We had the first day of summer. Oh my God, I wish it was summer. Nope, we're getting snow again. And then this is when I started writing in the kits. So it's a Hubman and Chubgirl kit. And they're so cute. I love their stickers, and that's what I'm mainly using this year is the Hubman and Chubgirl. Let me make sure I got you guys in view. Okay, I do. So in my my everyday planner is all Hubman and Chubgirl. So, because it is a Hubman and Chubgirl planner. So my everyday planner, and it's undated, which I like, but I mean, I'm not skipping any days. But I have done the week 1 and week 2 in there, and then tomorrow will be week 3. let's see. This sits kind of funky. And then we used it again this week. We had July 4th. I didn't actually decorate this, but we didn't really do anything either for July 4th. It was on a Friday, and then I had to work the next day. So, I mean, I only worked like 2 or 3 hours that day. Not a big deal. I had Asher that night, my little man. And then I had Sweet Pea. Did I have Asher? Oh, I had both the babies this day. So that must have been the second time I took both of them together. And so Asher was 2 and Penelope was 3 because she turned 4 this past December. That was fun. I think this is when I realized I'm like, yeah, I can't do that again. Was that it? Or wait. Okay, so yeah, that's when I first took them, the first time. So one of them wasn't feeling well that day. And that's why I was like, oh, I can do this. I can handle it. No, the second time proved me wrong. So this is another Eliza kit. I love the color. They're very vibrant in her kits. I was very busy at work. Lots of quotes, lots of homes being delivered. Another one of Eliza kits. Hubman and Chubgirl. I love this. I love pink. Pink is my favorite color. And this spread just makes me so happy. I was cleaning customers' houses. Very busy. Keeping track of my back pain. I do have to go see my back surgeon next week. Another Hubman and Chubgirl kit. This one is, I'm not 100% sure if this is an August kit. I can't remember, but that's okay. We didn't actually do too much this summer. Hubman and Chubgirl kit. We were just busy, and it's really hard for me to do anything in the summers. But like we were doing our garden. I worked till 5 every day. And then every Saturday I worked pretty much. So this is another Hubman and Chubgirl kit. And then this is an Eliza kit. And I kind of just like picked out some stickers from one of my little sticker packs that I was trying to use up. I like that. Today I choose Joy. I did some YouTube videos here. See, like her stickers are just so vibrant. I love them. Oh, and I had a sick day from work that day. This one is a Busy Bees planner. Very girly, very pretty. This is a Busy Bees. Let me write that one down too before I forget. And most of these I had actually purchased the year prior, so in 2024. So I had a lot of these on hand, and I wanted to get them used up because I knew that I wanted to just stick with my Hubman and Chubgirl. So this is another Busy Bees planner. I'm not a huge book reader in 2025. I wasn't. 24 I was, but I never used this one. I go through spurts, like I'll read a ton of books and then I'll stop. And then like I'll go on this long spur of listening to a certain creator or watching certain videos on YouTube, stuff like that. We picked up our pellets this day. I had to go in and clean lot models. Busy, busy, busy. Eliza kit. We were getting ready to head to Tennessee this week. Oh, this is also the week that I had gone down to our Cavco fall show. This is for work. Me and my manager went down. We had a good time down there. Lots of new homes coming. And then this is the week that we were down in Tennessee. Oh my God, we had so much fun. We did get flash flood warnings while we were down there. Like there was torrential downpour. It was crazy. We were married for 10 years. On this day, we went to Alcatraz East, the Smoky Mountain Railroad, and the amount of restaurants. Oh my God, we had a blast. We headed home on the 29th. We were supposed to be able to go through the Shenandoah. Oh no, we went home on the 30th. The Shenandoah National Park, but it was so foggy that we couldn't even like drive through it because you couldn't see. And then this is a Busy Bees Plans kit, another Busy Bees Plans kit, and it's so adorable. I love this kit. I took both babies again this day. This is the day that I realized I couldn't take both babies. They wore me out. Let me tell you what, they gave me a run for my money that day. Yes, my husband was here too, and we were like, oh my God, we were exhausted. I went to one of my niece's games. They both play on the same team, so that's awesome. And this is a Hubman and Chubgirl kit. Gingerbread people. New chair. Oh, I got my new chair this day. I hate this chair. I hate it with a passion. Kills my back. So my husband's going to be getting this chair, and I'm going to be getting a different chair. This is a Busy Bees planner kit, and I love this. This is gorgeous. The little pink foxes, the little pumpkin. I love it. Gorgeous. Let's see. What did we have going on? This was senior night for volleyball, and my oldest niece is a senior, so we had to go to that. And this is a Shine Sticker Studio kit. Let me put that on there. I love this because it reminded me of like a Starbucks. Not that I get Starbucks very often. I'll get it every now and then, like if I go to, like when I go to Syracuse or whatever for a doctor's appointment. I might get it if usually I'm getting like a Tim Hortons or a Dunkin' Donuts, but I thought it was really cute, and I did it for like a Halloween theme because I'm not huge on Halloween. I don't have kids at home anymore. But I mean, I have the grandbabies, and this year I didn't see them on Halloween. I was working, but I did get pictures, so, and they had a blast. It was cold and raining that day, though. We have another Hubman and Chubgirl. We were on day 34 of the government shutdown. That was, you know, awesome. And I started uploading more, so I was getting more comfortable with it. I started doing some more junk journaling. I've journaled every day for, I think, the last 4 or 5 years, and I've gone through a lot of planners and journals and things like that. So I started keeping, like when I first started journaling, I didn't like keep all my junk and stuff. It was just more or less like my my thoughts or pictures. So I just started keeping things from like my day and just sticking them in there. Me and my husband had a date night. We went to one of the smokehouses and had some brisket, which was delicious. Oh, and they ended the government shutdown on day 40 and opened back up on the 10th. This week, I really didn't have much going on, just work, and we had some training at work. This was a kit through Happy Planner. And then I didn't put this up. Oh, yep, I did. It's Busy Bees Planner. And then this week was a little bit more busy for me at work. What are we here? In November. So we were trying to like get, you know, things done for Christmas. We had one of my youngest niece's 16th birthday. I love napping. So we did that. Hubman and Chubgirl kit. I do like to buy like their holiday themed kits, especially like their one-off ones like for Thanksgiving. I just bought the one kit. I didn't buy extra stickers or anything like that. I don't even think that they had washi for this, so I just picked out something that was kind of similar. And I'm pretty sure that this is the, oh goodness, what is it called? Simply Gilded washi. I think this is the stuff that I had purchased off from a Facebook group. And I had taken my grandson this day. And then, let's see, this is a Eliza kit. And then we had my granddaughter's 4th birthday here at the house. She is such a little cutie. I love that girl. I had to go down to Syracuse, had an MRI, and then I used, these are stickers that I had received in my advent calendar. So I wanted to get them in here and use them as one of my layouts. I loved that calendar, and I will definitely be buying that again this year. And I actually use the box because like it has drawers and stuff. I use that box and I put all of my Hubman and Chubgirl washi. Most of my washi goes like this, minus the dog hair. I wrap most of my washi like this, except for my Hubman and Chubgirl. That stays on its rolls and it goes into the drawers. So I tried to use up most of the stickers. So I used them here, and I think I used them in my weekly, my what do you want to call it? My Hobonichi weeks. This is one of the kits that I had purchased. I think there was 2 or 3 kits that came out for Christmas. This is another Hubman and Chubgirl. I don't take my grandbabies during the Christmas season because it's just so busy. Trying to get everything done, trying to get the house decorated, all those good jazzes. I have doctor's appointments, and it's so crazy busy. I didn't fill this out, apparently. We had my grandson. We had my son's 21st birthday. He is my baby. So, yep, my baby's 21. We did family pictures on Christmas Eve at our house. I don't know why I didn't fill this out. Probably because I was just over this book because it's so thick and chunky, and I wanted to get into my new book. But that's okay. And then I didn't even use the Hubman and Chubgirl Penguin Party here. Here I'm gonna have to grab my stickers. Ooh, what is all over this one? Feels like glue or something. Let me grab my blackout stickers so my nieces don't like me posting their faces. So I just have these like black tab stickers that I put over my nieces' faces. Just give me 1 minute to do that. Okay. So I didn't really do too much in January. I was trying to keep a log of what I ate and what I did for my workouts. So we just breezed right past that one. February was cold as fuck. The wind chill. So it was 9, but -8 at night. With the wind chill, it was -20. That was fun. Yep. And then I had my grandbaby, Miss Penelope. Oh. Groundhog's Day. I wrote about my Miss Penelope, my weight loss. My husband and I had to renew my license. Tanning, winter's beauty. I mean, it's pretty to look at. It really is. We had a severe weather watch. My husband got me some beautiful daisies. I love them. We had another snow advisory. We ended up closing the office early. The roads sucked. Oh, just an average winter up here. For my birthday, we went over to the casino. We ended up losing power at the house, which we didn't really notice because we were gone to the casino. We had a lazy morning. We ended up going and getting some groceries. My granddaughter and my daughter, it was her 22nd birthday. Doctor's appointments. Valentine's Day. More snow. We had a travel ban because it was snowing so bad. Yeah, we get those kind of often. The office was closed because it snowed so bad. I mean, I don't complain about that. We had 12 to 16 inches of snow that day. I took this day off and worked Wednesday, so I didn't have to drive to work one day and then have the next day off. I was like, whatever. So it was -10 that day. Mr. Man's 2nd birthday. These were some stickers. It was a sticker book that I had got off from Shein. Oh, had to do my taxes that day. Had to pay in. So fun. It just sucks because, you know, they take so much money from you. When you don't have kids, you don't get anything back. It sucks. Me and my manager, we switched offices. I thought I only had 5 days till our trip, but I was wrong. I got my nails done for the trip, and then I had my hair cut. My hair has gotten so thin since I've been on this Wegovy stuff. I've been trying so many different vitamins, but I didn't really do much here because I was just ready to go to Mexico. Oh my God, it was beautiful there. I loved it. We had so much fun. Even though we didn't go off from the property, we still had a blast. It was just gorgeous there. I loved it. And I'm not one that goes in the ocean. I don't know. It's the salt. It's just the salt. I can't stand the salt, but yeah, it was gorgeous there. And this next one that I am working towards now is in the Dominican Republic. It's in Punta Cana. So I'm going to be trying to sell my butt off to get that. And then I did not do anything else in March or April. And then we picked back up in May. My little to-do list, YouTube. We had homecoming with my nieces, working with the bees. My niece's 17th birthday. Oh my, I started a new migraine med. Oh my God, it is amazing. It works so good. It is like a lifesaver. I love coffee. I don't know if you had watched my video on when I was setting up my Sterling ink planner on Friday. So I set that up, but then after I set that up, I went back into it and changed some things. So some things are going to look different because I didn't like them. I didn't like how I set it up. So I changed it. I had to rip some paper out from the back to fix it, but that's okay. You know, I'm just learning with that. It's a new planner for me, and I changed some things, and then, like, you know, I have my coffee that I'm going to stick in there, but I'm also going to do my coffee journal. I'm waiting for our new coffee to come in to try. We went grocery shopping this past weekend, and I was like, "Ooh, we need to try this. We need to try this. I need to slow down on the new coffee I want to try." I had my Asher man this weekend. We went to Lowe's because we were getting ready for our garden, and we don't have the space to start our seeds indoors. So we usually go and buy the seedlings and stuff. So we went to Lowe's to see what they had, and he saw the lawnmowers, and he's like, "Tractor, tractor." So of course, you know, I went and put him on it. Oh my God, he got so mad at me when I took him off it. But that's okay. So we had Memorial Day, so we were off this day. And then I was off this day because I just took my day off this day instead of going in, having a day off. So I just worked my Wednesday. Just journaling, you know, things like that. And then I had my granddaughter this Saturday. I just love spending time with my grandbabies. It's so different than like how you are with your kids compared to with your grandkids. Your grandkids are spoiled rotten. Because we had Asher last night when we went grocery shopping, and he was just spoiled rotten. Just spoiled rotten. But you only live once. You only, you know. And I like how I was doing like this, but it was also, this was like, I started doing the vibe of the day, the universe is saying. But then, like, I was putting in some of the memories and things like that, and it was just getting so thick and chunky and hard to write in that, I don't know, it brought me anxiety every time I thought about coming in here. I love these flowers. These are all our flowers that we put in this past year, and they're all supposed to be, this one, no, these were at the greenhouse. I bought these ones, which are bleeding hearts. I love them. My grandmother had them, and I think we ended up getting 2 of them, and we have this humongous planter that I put them in, so they will come back every year. And then we put out our hummingbird feeders. Just documented some of the stuff that's in the news, riots in LA. That was with the ICE stuff. Then we had Asher. No, this was a picture his mama sent me and my husband. I wrote a little bit more about the protests and the riots and all that stuff. Our vet had closed this day, which was sad because our dog had been going to him for, he's 9 now, so 9 years. As of, you know, here he was 9. He was 8. He turned 9 in September. But it sucks when you have to go and find a new vet. I brought in some herbs from our garden. Asher playing with Roscoe. He loves Roscoe. He was covering him up here with his blankie. Yeah, they're best buds when he's here. Oh my God, we had like a monsoon come through. Good old summer storm. It was like flooding our lot at work. I had to go down to Syracuse to see the back specialist, or the back surgeon's PA, and so I went to Costco. Some of our flowers, some of my lilies, they are gorgeous. I love the lilies. I just want to get more perennials this summer to put in. Asher came to work. His dad had to work, and he dropped him off with me. And we get to my house, and he was out. This day I got notified that the business was not being sold. They were thinking about selling to another dealer, but we did not get sold over to Clayton Homes, which was awesome because Clayton Homes, I don't like them. And then these were just my beautiful nieces, which I can't show their faces. Per them, I'm accepting their request. My granddaughter, she was playing on the playground. And then into July, which was beautiful. I love July. I had my my July nails done. We had Alligator Alcatraz open. The big beautiful bill passed July 4th. I don't talk politics, so I just document like big news that happens. I had both the grandbabies this day. I had written that back in my my weekly. They play so good together too. They do. They're such good kids. My husband got his promotion this day, so he used to have to drive like an hour and 10 minutes to work every day there, and then an hour and 10 minutes home. Now he drives 15 minutes down the road, and we love it. And then we were at work. it got super dark and we got a tornado warning. We don't get tornadoes here. Like, no. So yeah, that was a little sketchy. Like, our office is an old double wide, and we don't even know if it's lagged down and anchored in. We don't know. Like, the owner acquired it like 6 years ago at this point. So this is my Roscoe going to the new vet. Be the reason that someone smiles today. I always try to keep my cool and be nice and make people happy, but sometimes people just push the buttons and I kind of fly off the handle. I know everything happens for a reason, but WTF, there's a couple of customers I had snapped on last year. Yes, last year. A couple customers I snapped on last year. When you're being an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole back. Don't treat me like shit. These are our bees. They were bearding on the front of the hives because it was so hot out. That's what they do like when it gets hot out. They were good to us this year, though. It was 90 degrees this day. Got pretty stormy this day. And I kind of just like hodgepodge stuff together. There's no rhyme or reason to anything. This was our new home. My Asher and his mama went on a little road trip. Our chickens. I kind of just, threw stuff in, and Asher on his trip. This is my husband harvesting the honey. That's like a full frame of our honey. Asher at the aquarium. I loved my I don't do much for Halloween, but when these pink ghosts came out and that little cauldron with the bubbles on it, I had to find it. I had to get it. Just a new little way that I found this in one of my Happy Planner sticker books. So I got that and I put my to-do list, and poor Ozzy Osbourne passed away. I found this other ghost, super cute. I think it was, it was TJ Maxx. Hulk Hogan passed away. A lot of people passed away this past year. Me and Ash are hanging out. Had me some Tim Hortons. There was a volcano that ruptured in Russia, which made a huge earthquake over in Hawaii. And they were doing warnings for a tsunami in Japan and Hawaii, which is crazy. It was off the coast of Alaska. Wait. It says tsunami watches for potential for U.S. West Coast arrival in approximately 9 to 12 hours. Canada and Alaska coast 6 to 9 hours. So it says tsunami warnings for Japan, arrival next 2 hours, and Hawaii arrival in 8 hours. And then that was the warning, and then the watches were for Canada and Alaska. Yeah, it was a little crazy. I don't think they actually got it, though. So that's good. And I would do this on my my YouTube videos, all the pictures, like the intro pictures. I would do those at the beginning of each month. I was super excited. I got some of the strawberry sunrise. Alani, oh my God, I was so excited. Finally came in. This is the Russian volcano that erupted. So I put that in there. I don't think I've been documenting the news in my planner. I've been doing it in my journals, but not in my planners. I want to flip through my journals, but I don't know if that's something that would be well received. Here is when we started, we had got our honey in the jars and all labeled up. We've actually been doing pretty good. We will have it in 2 local shops, so that is awesome. I actually have to make my creamed honey, and then I got to make up some honey in the straws. I'm just waiting for the flavoring that I can put into the honey for the honey straws. And then I'm going to get doing that. It just kind of sucks because I'm working every Saturday now, so I only have one day off, and then there was a lot of crap that happened at like 3 o'clock this morning. So I did not do any of that today. Had a doctor's appointment this day. Me, Asher, and Penelope. This day I had gone down to a nearby town with, she's my manager, but we're also friends. So it's Waddington. So it's actually a big place where they go and do fishing tournaments and things too. They have concerts every Friday night. So I went to this one. These are kids from Toronto, I want to say. They were awesome. Very good. And then I had the grandbabies the next night. Let's see, what is this? The Bubble Nabella. This was awesome. Then my daughter sliced her foot open. So yeah, so I blurred that out because it was pretty deep. Just documenting life. Good old frickin' Tuesday. Got my nails done. Asher and his mama. Going into September. My nieces had their first day of school. My oldest niece is a senior. My youngest is a junior. We had a volleyball game. Charlie Kirk was shot and killed. We had the 9/11 memorial. We had Roscoe Mann's birthday. 9 years old. Oh my goodness. He is spoiled rotten. My husband got a new truck this day. We exchanged some anniversary gifts. He got me a beautiful glass rose, and I gave him an engraved metal picture of our wedding day. And then I bought CrimeCon tickets. So and I didn't even give him a chance to say no. Just bought them. We went to our Cavco Fall show. On our way back, we went to Lynchworth State Park. Normally the waterfall are a lot bigger, but we were having a very dry summer. So I'm hoping that we can get down there this summer, me and my husband, and see that. And this was when we got down to Tennessee. There's lots of pictures here. This was our 10-year anniversary. Oh my God, we went to downtown Flavortown for dinner. Oh, the food was so good. They actually have one of Guy Fieri's restaurants in Vegas, and we are definitely eating there. This was the day that we had that storm with the mudslide warnings or something like that. And then this is the day that we went to the Smoky Mountain train through the Smoky Mountains. I can't remember what it's called now. We saw some elk. There was a mudslide in the Smokies, so we couldn't go on the bypass road, so we had to take the long way around. This is our drive home. It's just spooky looking how foggy it is right there, and like we were the only ones there. So this is a 5-year difference of me and my husband. Quite the difference. I think we look so much better now. This was during COVID. Yep, good times. Gotta love COVID. And then this is the day that the government shut down. And then I had to go back to work, and I go back to work, and we're getting 2 modulars taken down that day. Yeah. I was like, oh, great way to come back to work. We went and got some pumpkins. Mom's the next day. I love fall. It's my favorite time of the year. And then I think, and I got the grandbabies together that day. They gave me a run for my money that day. So this is like the end of it because I have a bunch of pictures of my nieces clipped together here. And then we have Halloween. My daughter and Miss Penelope, they were little cats. And Asher was Spider-Man. And then me and the ladies at work, we dressed up. Nancy brought in, or my manager brought in some spooky, yummy cupcakes. And then I did not document for November or December. And I'm just going to leave these in here like this. I'm not going to do anything else with them. And I did not do anything back here. It just got so hard to write in this book. And then we got my girl Marilyn. I love me a Marilyn sticker, a poster, anything. I love it. So I'll just go back through there and take all those little tabs off there. I have to get the case back on this. And then put it away. I can only imagine how much this thing weighs. It's got to be at least like 2 pounds. It's thick. So I hope you enjoyed my little flip through. Maybe I'll go back to this someday if they can get the paper better. I am liking that I can write in my planners now with any pens, any markers, anything along those lines. Like I had to be very particular about what I could use in this, and I didn't like that. So I have like choice of anything I want to use in both the Sterling ink and in my Hubman and Chubgirl planners. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I will have another plan with me video for tomorrow morning. And if you want to be notified when that is uploaded, make sure you're subscribed and have your bell notifications turned on. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.